Hi everyone, welcome back to Beauty and the Broken. My name is Heather and this channel exists to seek beauty wherever we can find it, and sometimes that is out of a huge mess. So if you saw my last video, I will link it, but I did some, I guess I called it painting with resin or art resin, and I learned a few lessons. So I have everything mixed up off camera so you don't have to watch all of that. It was such a long video. I'm sorry, I was kind of learning. So anyway, so in here I have the white mica powder. Painted my board white and taped the edges again. So I'm just gonna pour this while I'm talking. One of the lessons that I learned was that I did not use enough resin on my board. So I added an extra ounce this time. The board that I'm using for this project is not as deep. It's about 1 inch and the other one was about 3 inches. So, so I need less to cover the sides this time. I also did a tape dam on this because I want to keep my design on the board, you know, while I make it. And so I am purposefully using extra resin for that reason. Let's see if I can get the rest of this out of here. That is the drawback to using a larger container on a smaller surface. I can't really put this on there to drain out. So I'll scrape it out the best that I can and then clean it out later. I know some people like leave the sticks in them or leave them upside down, and I have found that when I do that, if I have scraped everything, I just don't have enough in there to form that layer that makes it easier to do. So, okay, so I'm just gonna stop there. I will clean that out off camera later and spread this around so that I do have a base fully covered. And I did paint. This is actually a reused canvas. I painted it with a titanium white, and you know, it's a pretty solid coat, but not, you know what I think I'm gonna do is put this back down and then just use a spreader. Okay, I had this all level, it was all good. Now it's at an angle for you. There we go. All right. Here, I can just use my stir stick. There was a spot up there. And it is very, very warm again. So, so I am trying to move quickly and get everything done. This last time I did some pretty bold, bright colors. This time I'm going to be a little more subtle. And so I still have the pearl. I really liked the way the pearl interacted with the gold. So I do have some gold again. Extra ounce, and it's still not completely covering the surface. Maybe I needed to do you know, 2 extra ounces. Let's see if I can get just a little bit more out of here. Okay. I think that's mostly covered, and what I'm just seeing right now are variations in the mica powder. Okay, so there's that. So like I said, I have the gold again. Looks like my camera is dipping. There we go. I have the gold again, and I mixed that up. The other lesson that I learned was that I used too much alcohol. So this time I made a true slurry and less alcohol, more powder. So there's the gold. I have the black paste again, this Deco Rom paste, and that is very opaque. You can see the pink on the stir stick, but not through the resin. So there's that. Then For this one, I mixed a little of the white from here and added just two, 3 drops of the black, and it made this beautiful silvery gray. So this is a mix of mica powder and paste. Okay. And then last but not least, this is mostly clear. It has 1 drop of this in it, just to give it a shimmer. So I don't know if that picks up on camera as I move it, but there is just a hint of shimmer in there. But the clear will also help things move around here. So that being said, again, because it is so hot, I'm gonna get this party started. Okay, I'm back. I got the torch. Turn this off. This makes a really large flame, so I like to make sure that... Okay, now those bubbles are popping. Let's make that just... Give it a little more juice. Now, this will make it more fluid, but it also reduces the working time. So, not too much. Turn that off. Okay. Now, I did crisscross lines the last time. I think this time I am going to do just diagonal and see what that does. So, and I had good success with just pinching the cup and drawing. I just said I had good success, so of course it had to make a liar out of me, right? That is okay. Nothing is meant to be perfect. I do think, though, that that pinching of the cup is giving that scalloped edge as opposed to maybe drizzling with the stick. So I may have to try that a little differently next time. One experiment at a time, right? Always love when I see these scientific videos and they're changing multiple variables simultaneously, and it just doesn't work when you do it that way. Okay, so there's the black. Now I'm going to come in with that silvery color that I made. Oops, I didn't pinch it hard enough. And some of these I'm going to cross, some of them I'm going to go alongside. Just putting them down because they will spread. All of these will spread, and I don't need a perfect pattern. Go on this side here. And I'm always well, I'm not always, obviously. I'm trying to start off the edge of the board to avoid those larger puddles as I create some there. And I have run out of the silver. Alrighty then. So that is totally fine. So that being said, I'm going to mix this up a little bit here. And because it is so warm and I have taken a bit of time with this, more than I wanted to, my resin is thickening up. I'm just drizzling this. Oh, we have airplanes going overhead now. I'm just going to finish this and drizzle it wherever it wants to go. Oh, again, this technique is inspired by Rhonda of RK3 Designs, and I'm just having a blast with it. All right, now we need that hint of gold. It's moving a lot more here and blending here. That's right, I'm gonna tilt it. I do not expect any of these lines to stay. So, all right, we'll start the gold up here. And I think with this, I'm just gonna drizzle like this and not worry. Just do some thin lines. Except for the fact that I don't seem to be getting the top of the board. There we go. I did find a different color pigment paste in my cabinet this week, so I may bring that one out for one of the next projects. It's a really light green. I think I used it in the coffee cups that I did a while ago. All right, I think I'm just gonna do some drops, random drops, because this is now empty. All right, that's the last random drop that wants to come out. All right, I do have a tiny bit more black, but I think I'm just going to leave it. All right, let's hit it with okay. Now, I'm not going to be able to do much in the way of tilting. I mean, I can tilt it, but I have, it's very full. It is very full. So let's, okay. I'm just gonna move it just to get some more movement in it. No specific pattern, but I'm just trying to move the lines around. Maybe do diagonal a little bit. I'm minding the top of the dam of the tape, because I don't want it spilling over. And then I am gonna let this thicken up before I pull the tape so that it doesn't just, you know, ooze off the edge. Well, no, I guess ooze is the better word. So it doesn't just, it's not so fluid that when it goes off the edges, it just, what do you call it? Drips off. But I am liking the patterns that I'm seeing. I'm gonna do one more thing, just like we did. Leveling is a good thing, y'all. This was level. Part of the problem is these have, there we go. I don't think it's perfect. There we go. Am I still in frame? I am. Okay, so now I'm going to do the isopropyl alcohol and see if we can get some, she calls it fracturing effects. So let's go. That gold is just sitting on the top. It is so pretty. It looks so dimensional because I see the gold on the top and the other colors underneath. And I'm not sure I'm liking those drops that I did. So I'm gonna reach in here and I'm just gonna draw a line like from just on the surface, not, and then go into another line. Of course, now it looks like I have hearts. That's Okay, that one's okay. That one's okay. Let's see. Let's move that one. I think that one is okay too. Let's move that up there a little bit. Okay, y'all. I am going to let this sit. And I will bring you back for the beauty reveal. I'm not going to make you watch while I pull tape, but I will come back and do that in about, I don't know, maybe 30, 45 minutes once it thickens up, which should be relatively quickly out here in this heat. So I will see you soon. Hey everyone, welcome back to the beauty reveal. And I am having so much fun with these. So this one actually fits on the easel because it's not as wide. So look at that. That is incredible. Let me put this down and show you. I took a picture of, I took a screenshot of what it looked like when I turned the camera off. And then I'm going to take a screenshot. Well, I'm going to take a photo of what it looks like now because the movement is incredible. I did not tilt it after I shut the camera off, but it looks so different. Partially because of the chemical reaction, but partially also because resin cures and moves from the outside in. And you can really see that down here. See how it's more, I guess, not fuzzy, but you can see the movement more here. And that like all the edges, you can see how it has, you know, moved in. And I think it's so cool because it frames it. It really frames it. This was at the top of the screen, and that's where I had all of the, you know, where I had a few drops, I guess, of the black pigment paste. And so it did actually stay in that area. But this, and it is so hard to capture on camera, but this is so multi-dimensional. It really does look like shadows and levels and layers of particles, I guess, of components. The gold, again, is on top. It is not mixed in. Like right there, look at that, the sparkle. I think you can see, I can see some dimension in that, like the black here looks like shadows and makes this definitely look taller. But it is just incredible. You can see the difference here. This is the pure white pigment powder, and this is where it was more of that silvery gray where I mixed the black paste in, and it is just stunning. I just love how gorgeous this is. So I'm just gonna move slowly across so you can see all the different parts of this. And you could see reflections in it because this really is a glass-like finish. And I don't think I'm going to top coat this one. I don't have any bubbles. I don't have any indentations. I don't have any imperfections on the surface of this. And I am really, really happy with it. Now, again, I'm gonna, the ends, the edges, remind you of what I had said from Rhonda before. You know, resin doesn't like a 90-degree angle. So it is much more difficult to get these edges on a 90-degree angle, but I don't think they're horrible. And if you put this in, it's funny because let me see, right? So I'm trying to hold two things here. Where is that? Okay, this part right here, that looks, it's flat. That is so fun because that is actually flat on my side. I think if this goes in a floater frame, those edges don't really matter. And even if you put that up on your wall, I think, too, that it's just gorgeous. And let me show you the back too, because like I also said before, you know, you have to babysit it a little bit more. But because I did babysit it, I have very few. I have that drip right there that could be sanded off. But the rest of this, even though there's resin on it, it's flat. It's flat. This, okay, that's a little raised right there. And that is it. And I went through with the pop stick and I just, you know, cleared it out every little bit. Every few minutes, not every few minutes, like half an hour or so. So there you have it. That is just gorgeous. I am really enjoying doing these. And I'm going to be playing with resin and other additives in art pieces a lot more, I think, because they are just easy and fun and gorgeous. And it's cool science. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. And please remember to like and subscribe and share the videos so that other people can see and join us in the fun. And don't forget to seek beauty because it's always there if you look for it. Bye.